baby. That's crazy. Which world are we going to?
There's another Adrian in my other room.
Are you streaming this?
I am now, yeah.
Hello.
$1 Million Baby.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the change in ceasefires?
I feel like in combat, like all these ceasefires, are just like made to be broken. That's just the way this shit works. Like nothing is settled ever. It's like perpetual war. Like even if they sign, it's like 2 years from now, back at it again, back at it again. It's like, geez, people can't help themselves, huh?
They really can't, yeah. Shit.
January 16th.
Who's emailing me at this point?
Huh?
No, I said who's emailing me at this time?
When is this Fire Aid benefit concert? Dave Matthews. It's gonna be, where's it gonna be at? January 30th at the Intuit Dome. Damn, that's gonna be a hot ticket. When did these tickets go on sale? Cool. Let's get tickets. Scalp them. It's in Inglewood.
Alright, I gotta go. Yeah, I need to go sleep too.
Okay, peace out, everybody.
Good night.
Yeah. Good night.
This is what I want to ask you, Brandon.
What stage is she?
It's pretty early, so it's all good, and I think everything's gonna be fine. She's got surgery next week, and and we just told my mom last week actually. We didn't want to tell her earlier because we needed to find out, like what was it all about.
And you don't want mom panicking either.
Yeah, exactly. So we didn't want to worry her.
But you know she's gonna worry anyways.
No, yeah, but it's not the same, when, your daughter has been diagnosed with such a horrible, illness, and we don't know anything about it. We don't know what stage, we don't know what are the options, we don't know anything. And so we didn't want her to go through the whole uncertainty phase, And so now that we knew it, but then Christmas came, the New Year's, and we didn't want to fuck up her family time, So now we told her last week, and I was very stressed about that, So that was also part of like what I have been on and off because my head is.
Were you stressed at how she was gonna take it?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly, and where she was gonna need to. I was too worried. Like she could have been hospitalized as well because she's like very sensitive. And so, but that's off. The plate now. Now it's out. She knows. She took it. She was very strong. And all is fine. But that was one of the things that had me freaking out.
You shouldn't freak out when you're out of control.
I know, but you. I know, but in the mall area, with people that you love and that are far away,
Kamala's gonna go.
Not there to actually be their presence, emotionally, yeah, it's
What?
What?
I can give you like 100 reasons why she's a terrible choice. It's not just a comparison. She's a terrible choice. Who cares? Disregard any other candidate. Like she as a person is horrific.
My sister being one of them.
Are you serious? Culturally, she's a disaster. Financially, she's a disaster. Yeah, culturally. She's giving trans surgeries to illegal alien prisoners.
She's so proud. At least you know, so you can set aside.
You support that? Why is a taxpayer paying to house an illegal alien and give him a transgender operation?
That's actually pretty base. Chop off the nuts out. I like that.
Everything's gonna be okay. I guess that maybe because it's the very first time that we got a case like this in my
But isn't that why we take PrEP to counteract the negative effects of Ozempic?
That's fine. Like this is not something that runs in
You can find that.
She did, people vaccinated. I'm not saying it's that, but I guess that is like feeling your body, like, and especially being a hormonal cancer. You do something to your body.
Michigan and language models run on.
But yeah, I think she will be okay.
Yeah. It could be worse. Trust me, it could be really worse. Like me, my wife went through leg surgery yesterday to repair her ankle, and she shattered her ankle.
How is that? How is she with that?
She's in the hospital right now. Like I'm doing some work while I have some time. So I'm wrapping up my day and then getting ready to go sit with her for a couple hours, and then come home, relieve my father-in-law, and take care of my daughter. So to me, it's like I don't have time to feel too bad. All I know is that what I have to do for the family is way more important than what I'm actually going through. or even considering stretching at it. And that's just life, you know. Like, I only stress out about what I actually really can't control, and it's very hard to get to that way. But
no, yeah, I understand. You know, like I know that there are things. I mean, I cannot do anything about it other than being there and kind of like being supportive emotionally. I cannot really do much about it. But still, you know, it's like it's something that it's in
And
your
one of my
head.
favorite pizzas ever is pineapple and anchovy. Okay, double pineapple, double anchovy. It's amazing. It's sweet and the salty, and then you get the tomato sauce and the cheese.
And especially not
It's
like
my
that.
favorite pizza. I mean, as a kid, I was like very much against Hawaiian pizza. And as an adult, I like it. Hawaiian's good, but I'm telling you, anchovies and pineapple, it bomb pretty good. Anyway, can we order some right now? Is that feasible?
But again,
I bet we could. Okay, let's try it. Order a very large pizza with double pineapple, double anchovies. Right? Fantastic.
I'm always good,
Yes. Yeah, sir. Grab a pizza, all
Yeah,
right? So,
sometimes I am
this
a
is
lower
awesome.
figure.
Oh, yeah. That really is fun.
So
That's
I
legit.
tend to think
One of my favorite pizzas ever is pineapple and anchovy.
This
Things
morning
are
I woke up
happening,
beautiful
then
again and craving attention, so I decided to make some bitches mad from scratch.
That's it.
I started by going out and doing something with my life, as well as getting paid, because I know that that's essential in making bitches mad. I then posted a selfie of me looking pretty and minding my business to myself.
pressure release. And other
But
times
a lot
it
of
can be
people don't know about me
just
is I'm actually a very good lip syncer.
You know what makes me feel pain? When I
Just remember, everybody's a billionaire here. We're all entrepreneurs.
Oh, it's cool. Cool. Come on.
You know what makes me feel pain?
If you got a truck, you
Why
need
do
to
you
listen
have
up. I'm starting a trend called the Big Old Truck Trend. So I made this sound right here. I need you guys to post the
Why do you
biggest,
have
most
that
badass
sound
truck
right
you have. And a month from today, whoever has the biggest truck,
It's actually cool. I haven't heard
Oh, you have a picture of Justin Trudeau's daddy.
That's right. And it's unavoidable now. I can't unsee it.
Really? You didn't know about this?
Well, I know about this, but like I really
Yeah, they're identical. It's ridiculous.
It's funny, there are old interviews of Trudeau's mom, and she's speaking like so fondly of Fidel Castro.
Like, it's not like your typical, hey, he's a good guy, and he shook his hand. She was like fawning over the guy.
Do you think that actually is true? I mean,
I don't think it's true, but you never know. You never know.
are you ready for Trump to take over?
Yeah.
3 days.
4 days. 3 days.
4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 days.
I know Adrian Didman's happy with it. He's ecstatic.
Are you happy, Adrian?
Yeah, we did it. We psyoped this app into, we neutered the whole thing. We eliminated any type of butterfly effect by counteracting every fucking moron on this app.
Funny, that guy he's humbled. And that guy Isaiah, I haven't seen him since before election day. He's done. I think he wrapped it up.
I was relieved that we influenced at least a couple of votes,
Well, I think it's all the anxiety we created for people by recording them and screaming at them and like pointing out how stupid they are.
Well, I mean, Gu has also been a little bit of a terrorist in the app from the very beginning.
That was the best. And think about it. Those were Trump wasn't in office those years, you know what I mean? So we were like on we had the short end of the stick as far as Clubhouse was concerned. Fucking total liberal tyranny. But they're still holding rooms and coping about it. It's like that thing about Trump. Like, I don't get it.
These people are obsessed. I mean, it's the Navins, the Ants, the Brads.
Yeah, they have like Trump derangement syndrome, but it's like a pro-Trump derangement syndrome.
But that's because they're not really Trumpers. Like, they converted to becoming Trump. I mean, Anna's a walkaway Democrat. She's still super libtard. So these people are just like pretending to be pro-Trump, but they're really not really truly what you would.
Pretending as if they were ahead of the curve the whole time. That's what's really annoying.
Well, it's like a branding effort, you know. Like, you got to give it to Anne. Like, her walkaway Democrat thing. At least it's a communication. Some people are so stupid they can't even come up with anything. At least she came up with something.
Yeah, well, it was not her coming up with that. There's this guy that created the whole movement, you know.
What's that guy's name? Oh my god, I forgot his name. The gay's gay, right?
I don't know. I just have heard his name, and Anne talks about him all the time, like if they were friends.
There we go.
Yes, that guy.
Well, Ryan today.
Yeah.
Ryan said he hooked up with Ali Alexander.
Well, he did. That's like a known fact. And people deny that too.
He was just talking about it tonight. I was like, never thought about that. Never thought I'd have to think about that. But, you know.
Actually, Ali was just going through my head while you guys were talking about the whole thing. It's like these 4 years in Clubhouse have been the 4 Biden years, right? Since 2026. And everybody has been here, like, just, having meltdowns and... And now that Trump is in office, it's like, okay, so what are you going to do now? What are you going to complain about right now?
Yeah, I was thinking about that same thing. It's like, okay, what's next? Like I said, like you can't really I don't know, like the libtards aren't engaging, you know. Like they're just completely defeated. They're demoralized. Trumpers were at least they were like, you know, optimistic, right? They were on the comeback, you know. But now, like the libtards know that their party's completely down.
There's just so much gloom right now. They're just crying in the corners. Do you know Ben Mendelsohn?
That name sounds so familiar.
So he's this guy that lives, or that his wife works at an embassy, I think in Burkina Faso or something. And so, but he's a lefty. And well, I like him, you know. I like to talk to him. He's funny and interesting. But he's a lefty, and one lefty of those that really has meltdowns. And so he created a club a couple of years ago in this app that is something like anti-Trumpers or something like that, or patriots. I don't know. The thing is that they have got like their little safe space. And when Trump won, I came into a room that he opened, and I was in the audience waiting for him to bring me up on stage. And he's like, oh, Isa, hold on a second. I'm just preparing everything. I'm going to wait for a lot of other people to come in. I'm going to bring you up right now. I'm just there waiting. And then when he has like 10 people on stage, he's like, Isa, I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptic of bringing you up because, you know, you're a Trump supporter and this is a safe space and I don't want other people to get offended. So I'm like, what are these people made of, you know? And everybody was just crying because of Trump. It was hilarious. And I was just there sitting in the audience, and he was like talking to me from the stage in the audience. Like, yeah, Isa, I don't know, because, you know, this is a safe space, and I don't know if I should bring you up. And it was absurd. Oh, Yalta. But, I kind of like seeing that, to be honest.
Well, that's the thing. It's like he hasn't even taken office yet. So they spent all this time wasting all this energy, all this anxiety, all these conversations. So they're total losers. And once Trump gets in and he actually starts enacting all of these new policies and like restructuring America, their show will never end. They will just it will be the complaint show. But Trump is, you know, hope to God, like can do miraculous things, and it takes a lot of heavy lifting. I just don't even know, like, how does somebody who works at ICE or Homeland Security, like, or even the Army, like, want to knock on somebody's door and say, "Get your shit," and arrest them and like put them in a facility, process them, and fly their ass out of the country. Like, that's pretty intense. Like, I wonder how many they're gonna do.
Some of them don't even have documentation, Edmund. Like, I mean, a lot of these people have thrown away their passports. So where are you going to send them to?
Yeah, that's a good question. Who knows? How is all this going to work? Like, what are they really going to do? Is this all just talking bullshit? I think it's all talking bullshit. And it's really just about big business for the most part, And
why do you think that they're just talking bullshit? I don't think they're talking bullshit.
Because, like, they're just going to go after criminals. Like, it's not worth the time and effort to go after women and children who shouldn't be here. They're going to go after basically individuals involved in narcotics trafficking, human trafficking, financial crimes. Like, those are the high value targets. Just regular.
Obviously, those will be the first targets, but the other targets are also worth going after because they're consuming social resources, especially if they're not working.
Yeah, of course, but a lot of that just is because the federal government sends out so much money. If they cut Medicare, Medicaid, and they actually gutted it, there would be very little fraud. I mean, there'd be a lot of fraud still, but like by gutting it, they get rid of a ton of fraud to begin with. So the whole fucking system is so bankrupt that any dollar they spend on even a fucking stapler at the federal government and it doesn't go back to paying the fucking national deficit, it's like everything is a fucking scam. And that's why I say, like, Trump is going to give out money to his allies and supporters and hopefully choke the system. I hope he chokes California. I hope he chokes Illinois. I hope he chokes a lot of these states that are destroying America from within.
Anne, we were just talking about you a second ago. Edmund was talking about how he broke Clubhouse by recording and streaming all the rooms, and we were talking about the conservatives. So your name came up.
Oh, how he streams rooms, is that what you said?
Yeah, we were talking about the past 4 years that everybody has been having meltdowns here and just fighting, and he psyoped the app. Yeah.
She did.
I didn't do it. Ann did it. She's the walkaway Democrat. She created the marketing campaign to psyop all the people here. She eliminated the butterfly effect. Mazel tov, Ann. Congratulations.
No, I think it was Alex Clubhouse that Alex definitely took the cake. I'm not creating and demolishing a conservative Clubhouse. And we have to give credit where credit's due. It was Alex.
He's funny, but I don't think he did.
He was here way before me. Yeah. Don't you agree, Issa? He was the king of conservative cockhouse.
Yeah, Alex New York. He was really great, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, Yakov.
I like Yakov. Yakov! You've been in my Discord, but I haven't seen you on here in a while.
Yeah. Been a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just been in a few rooms today. It seems like everybody is very charged, like emotionally charged. Everybody's just yelling, and I don't know what's going on today.
Ceasefire!
Mm-hmm. Adrian, I keep on seeing your live streams. I bump into them on YouTube and I say hi, but you're like staring off into the space.
Oh, really?
Oh, Adrian?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, dude, Adrian. Don't you get tired of doing this, dude? I mean, like,
3 times the best.
What do you get from streaming the rooms? Like, what's the point?
Well, I just
don't care.
I just live stream my life. There's no point to being here. Yeah, whatever I was live streaming that Yakov is talking about is something different.
Right, I said, hey, it's Yakov. And
have you ever been to a therapist, Edmund?
Of course.
Sure have. He has YouTube videos on it.
Like, listen, I don't care if he streams me, I don't care.
No, I'm saying he did.
Instagram or YouTube or whatever. Like,
being streamed.
I'm not worried about anything.
You are a friend, then.
I just feel that it can be annoying for some people, but especially it's like, what the hell are you doing? It's like, why do you choose to spend your days
interesting about Guatemala is,
Oh, what?
well, you know,
About
I have the
Jews?
Guatemalan chef. No. So
Oh yeah.
my dogs were going nuts because there was a squirrel outside. I'm like, God, my dogs really want to eat the squirrel. And she says, in Guatemala, there would be no squirrels for the dogs to chase. Like, what are you talking about? And she lives in this little small town, so it's probably not indicative of the big city. She goes, yeah, we eat them. We eat the rabbits. We eat the squirrels. I said, you don't eat the squirrels.
Well, rabbit
yes,
is
we do.
normal to eat, but
Yeah,
not
but squirrels? I was like, you don't eat squirrels. She says, yes, we do. I said, okay, I'll show you a recipe. I'm like, no, that's okay. I'll do it.
This is like the Haitians. Oh my god.
I know, that's what I thought about. They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the squirrels.
No, I have never eaten squirrel.
I know, I wanted to ask you what it tastes like, but
No.
all joking aside, I was just like, I don't think they do that in the big cities.
Although I got to say that I have seen more squirrels here in Europe than in Guatemala. Maybe it's because I didn't really like frequent the parks or anything, but like I live in a
Less people eating them.
yeah,
Supply and demand.
I guess. But here, like everywhere I go, like if there's a park or I'm just walking nature or whatever, there are squirrels everywhere.
Well, when I grew up, they were all gray, but where I live now, they're all, like, half of them are black. It's like, I'm not a racist or anything, but I've never, like, the first time I saw a black squirrel, I was like, oh my God, what's going on? Because when I grew up, they were all gray with bushy tails. Now, around here where I live, which is only about 100 miles from where I grew up, half of them are black.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a black squirrel.
I'll take a picture of it for the next time. They're kind of cute.
Yeah, squirrels are so amazing. Like I live with a lot of squirrels here in Chicago, and I mean they're so smart.
You live with squirrels in your apartment? Wow.
Well, I have a vegetable garden next to my house, and there's just tons of squirrels. In my particular, they're all over Chicago. But anyways,
Yeah.
there's this one park called Portage Park where there's a lot of squirrels. Like you'll see people feeding like 100 squirrels at a time. It's like, whoa, this is like a bunch of fucking rats.
So yeah, there's this woman on YouTube who has a squirrel as a pet. Like, you know, as long as they're not rabid, they make good pets too. But
Well, you should be careful that the government doesn't go for her squirrel.
You just see what happened to Peanut?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
That is actually really fucked up.
I live in New York where they killed Peanut.
That is really fucked up. That guy really had a special relationship with that squirrel. That's murder. Murder.
Do you think that's any more fucked up than live streaming Clubhouse rooms?
I don't know. What do you think's more fucked up? Going to Planned Parenthood?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Murdering babies? I don't know. Is live streaming myself in my office such a criminal act? Is it seditious or something? Like, wow, what am I doing?
I'm just kidding with you, Adrian. Come on.
I'm being facetious too.
I know.
I said something about you, Adrian. I think it was in a Rogers room. Because they were, I don't know, I think you have this account called Point, which is the black woman.
No, I have no other accounts on this app. It's just Adrian.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, that's you.
Come on, you are
The thing is that you were kicked out, and somebody said, but somebody kicked out another account, and I said, no, that's not Adrian. They're like, oh yeah, it's Adrian. He has got a lot of accounts. I said, no, that profile is not him. I'm not talking about Point. I'm talking about another random one. And I said, no, that's not him. I said, I know his accounts. He's my friend, and that's not his account. That was not his voice. It's like, oh, wow. You said he's your friend? Watch out with the friends that you have. He said, I'm like, oh my God. Leave me alone.
I know. Listen,
You're not Point. Come on,
Yeah, that's Point. He's Point.
That's what I thought.
Listen, I make the game fun for them, and they make the game fun for me. But this is definitely like an interactive game. It's fun.
It's not a game for them.
Yeah, he is Point, but
It's your opinion. It's not a game for them.
It was another account that spoke, and it was not his voice. It was someone trolling, but it was not him.
What's
And I said, no, that's not him.
Is it Point Taken? Is that the last name on that account?
I don't know, but I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about that one.
Oh, the one I see just says Point, but you go on the profile says something else. I can't remember.
for the last word.
Yeah, the black woman.
Yeah,
Dark
I
side.
think it's point taken. It's a good one.
All these accounts are good.
I am gonna create a new burner account soon though, so I can start recording Roger Mayhem rooms again.
Oh, why you can't say?
Well, yeah, I mean the Adrian Dittman accounts have been exposed to, but you know, I'm just gonna create like a
You
totally.
just need to not come on stage.
Oh, 100%. Once my voice goes into the new burner account, it spreads like wildfire, and instantaneously people are alerting people about the new account. It's unbelievable.
I know, and it's like an alarm goes off, and I'm like, why are you guys so obsessed with that? Like, people are like, listen. Sometimes, like, if I don't want you to record the room,
Yeah, you
or
just
you're
kick me.
annoying, I
Yeah.
kick you out, and that's
Yeah,
it.
that's what I do. I kicked you.
Yeah, but people freaking out about him, and oh my god, you have to block him. Oh my god, Eastside, somebody's recording your
I don't
room.
block you.
It's like, doesn't care. I don't care.
But maybe Adrian invests in a voice changing technology, you know, so you can sound like a.
Oh, believe me, Yakov, I can just make voices all the time, and no one can tell who I am. Sorry.
Sounds like you. It still sounds like a tell.
But that's because you know that voice, but I can do other voices you haven't heard yet.
Oh, you're doing
No, but it's the sound, it's the
Okay,
echo.
hold on.
We are familiar already with you.
Okay, so let's give him a country. Do a Japanese voice. Japanese, heavily accented Japanese American voice.
And you need a
Oh.
microphone as well, so that you can. It sounds deeper because we
No more
already know
morigato.
what you
No
sound.
more morigato.
Japanese American.
I have sushi for sale. Do you like spicy mayo?
No, that sounds like French.
No, that's like 6. That's like a 6 at a scale of 1 to 10. That's not a Japanese American.
Okay, you do your Japanese American impersonation.
No claim. That's why I would get a voice changer. I lay no claim.
Voice changers don't work. Are you kidding me?
Ellie. Oh, here's Ellie.
Can you do your Japanese impersonation, Jacob?
I do not. I don't. Ellie, what impersonations are you able to do? I can do 0.
She can do an helicopter.
It's gonna be huge.
Huge. You go. Got all the Jews in the house now.
I don't know about all the news.
Oh, hey, Jane. I didn't see Jane there. Hey, Jane.
Are you speaking about me as well when you say Jews?
Yeah, well, I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Are you a Jew?
I didn't see you at the bottom there, so I was like, me, Ellie,
Okay, then yes.
everyone else. Yeah, everyone's coming. Everyone's coming.
Roya is here. Everyone's here.
Pop Jew, Roya.
Yeah,
Even Adrian is a Jew.
yeah, I was thinking Adrian's Jewish.
No, I'm not Jewish. I'm
I
patrilineal.
want to know how you get. Oh, you're not a Jew then.
Well,
Is this
Adrian is
true
half
about
Jew, right?
Dittman?
What? True about what?
Patrilineal. The only phrase that is only said on the phrase that is only said on Clubhouse.
What?
Oh, you're a patrilineal.
Oh, no. That put down is done throughout the Jewish world.
Yeah, I know, but it's like it went out of favor until Clubhouse. I'm 57 years old. I heard it all my life. So
See, the irony is, to a patrilineal, we know we got the better end of the stick, so we're not complaining.
No pun intended.
We technically have less of the autism.
There you go.
Probably.
I accept that. My daughter asked me a very hard question. Yakov, help me out. Everybody.
Sure.
Thanks, Isa, for the space in your lovely room. She said, Mom, you know, I'm a Jew. 1/4 Jew. She's black and Jewish, for the record. And she said, but since I get my Jewish from you, am I more Jewish than you? Basically, she said, sorry.
I can't even begin to answer that.
She's
I mean,
smart.
there's a technical answer, and
That
then
is
there's
smart.
a
That is
politically
smart.
correct answer.
Isa, check Telegram.
Okay. But actually, like, you're a patrilineal Jew, but did you convert to full Jew?
Why bother? What for? I'm
No.
from New York. I'm from the Bronx. I Orthodox Jew.
I started doing a conversion.
More rules.
I started doing a conversion class by the Getty Center in LA at this place called I don't know, some kind of Hebrew theological. I can't remember what the name is. Caleb knows what it is. But anyways, the classes were mixed couple classes, so it was mixed couples getting married, and either or were doing the conversion. But there were so many questions about my mother-in-law said this to me, and my mother-in-law is complaining to me about this. And it was like so exhausting listening to all the complaints. I was like, I'll just read the book, but I can't keep coming up here.
Pre-marriage or post-marriage?
It was pre-marriage.
Which mother-in-law?
I wasn't getting married, but I was still attending the conversion class.
Have you ever been married, Adrian?
No, never been married.
Jacob, you missed a part of the story, like a part of the plot of what.
Yeah, I completely went over my head.
Welcome, El Normo.
I invited him to the stage. Just
Is somebody trolling you, Norm, and they created an account called El Horno? I asked you this before, but I did not. I don't know if it's related to you or it's directed to you. El Horno. I don't know, because it could be taken two ways. So one is El Horno, which is in Spanish, which would mean the oven, or El Horno, which would mean that you have horns.
Oh, I thought it meant
I don't know.
Wants to have sex all the time.
hey, I saw someone using your picture, Norm, as their PTR, and I don't think it was someone you like.
You know what?
There was a room with your name in it.
A popular man on Clubhouse, and I mean, he's made a name for himself. I mean, if you haven't had your name in something in the title of a room, then you haven't been doing shit on this app.
You haven't lived, yeah.
Yeah.
I've met two people in the real world who knew about me on Clubhouse. One woman sat next to me in the office. It's a very beautiful woman, by the way, a very beautiful black woman. She sat not too close, and she goes, "Are you on Clubhouse?" I said, "Yeah, I was on Clubhouse, of course, while I was in the post office." And she said, "So who are you?" And I said, "I'm El Normo." And she goes, "You're El Normo?"
Does she work in the business? Wait, does she work in the business?
Good one, Jacob.
No, this really happened.
You know what I'm talking about?
Just a woman.
Really? So you met
No,
randomly a woman in the post
Yes.
office, and
Two
you recognized
women.
her?
Both
Two women in the
actually.
same post
Both of
office?
them black, by the way. Both.
Was she a postal
No,
worker
different.
or a patron?
No, she was just a citizen.
Do you think
She
you
was
would
beautiful, by the way.
recognize
She
me
was
in real
modelist.
life
She was
just
so
if
beautiful.
you hear me speak?
Yeah. If I heard you
Possibly.
ask for change, like if we were on a bus and asked the driver, like, "Oh, which stop do I get off for this place?" I think I would turn around and say, "Isa," like, or Jane. It was like, Jane, you were.
First of all, nobody uses change, Jacob. We're not in the 70s. No,
I modified it for directions. I modified it for directions.
You did. It was very impressive.
Stay with me. Stay with me.
I think we need Ann and Monica and others.
Not much older than. I mean, not much younger than me.
Why do you need
We need another. We need a 2025 Clubhouse, award ceremony again. I would like to self-nominate myself right now as Troll of the
For
Year.
what?
Again. Troll of the Year again for 2024.
50 days into 2025.
Best shaved head on YouTube.
I'd rather give you a broadcast for the year.
Oh, Marshall.
Yeah.
Broadcast.
Happy.
broadcast for the year.
Yeah.
Who would be the worst troll?
Yeah. What's your mobile
The
phone
worst
bill a
troll.
month? Adrian, what's your mobile bill a month? With all those phones?
I have a legacy plan. I have a legacy plan with Sprint T-Mobile, and I only pay like $45 a month for unlimited data and text. But the burner phones that I use are track phones, and it's just $15 for the initial telephone number. You don't renew.
You're Colby. You're right.
No, $15. It's just $15 a month for a new burner.
Colby, you're right here, bitch. Nah, fucking all your internet. Fuck you, pussy. No, I know who that nigga is.
Oh yeah. Big love, bitch.
Don't listen to this guy. He's a bitch. He's a bitch.
Okay, hold on.
Adrian's real name is Colby. Right?
We know Adrian. Don't worry about it.
We like
No, anyway.
Do you really know him?
No, that's not his name. But anyway.
Sure about that?
Yes.
Nah, no, you're not. Oh, the fuck, you're not. Bitch,
You?
I don't know.
I know who the fuck he is. Why you think they're going
Try. You're like the Millie vibes of the Clubhouse season 5.
Colby, he's a white man, he's a ginger, and he's bald. He has a fucking ginger big beard.
Oh my God, Scotty.
Hi, Scott.
Yeah, he's just not the Asian.
What's up? Okay, that was too much distraction. I changed the room so we could have an audience.
That's good.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Scotty.
Hey, Ethan.
Do you have a thing for me?
I wasn't ready. I didn't know
Oh,
you
you're
were
right.
ready.
He's gonna panic, Ethan. He works on it. He'll come up.
Give me a minute.
I'm beginning to think
I
that
used to get my daily pickup line, not
I know,
like my
I know.
monthly
Now it's
pickup
monthly.
line.
He's on the monthly plan.
Yeah.
Scott, you always have to be ready because you never know when you're going to run into somebody. You
I
can't like
know.
say, hold on a second, give me 2 minutes. I can come up
Exactly.
with a pickup
Scotty,
line.
I'm doing this for you, you know?
Pardon me, Yakov.
Yeah.
Why aren't you modding Scott? He always mods you.
Oh, no.
I'm looking at another screen. Hold on a second.
No, don't worry about Scotty.
No, I was
No!
reading the news. Oh, okay.
I'm
Hold on.
adjusting
Send it to you.
words.
Hold on. Now here's what happens to you when you do this. You are a justice
Yeah.
warrior.
I don't care. Just not everyone.
No, not me. Not me.
I love when Jay gets modded. Now she'll send herself to the audience.
Fuck it. Who cares?
She takes the power.
you know this is not the first time I've been in a room where I'm the only person not the mod. Just FYI.
Do you feel bad about
No. See that? If you study enough, if you study enough Taoism, you realize that the green bean is merely an illusion.
It is an illusion, but it's an illusion that gives you power.
Scott, where is the pickup line? Come on. Your fans are waiting.
I'm multitasking right now. I'm multitasking.
Has an indigenous Guatemalan woman ever come up? I got a pickup line for Issa. Has an indigenous Guatemalan woman ever came up to you and said, "Your ancestors genocided my people"? That's so hot.
Let's raise it up. Linda's here. Let's just raise it.
Hey, Linda.
Hi, guys. So it seems to be a lot of cooks in the kitchen here.
Yeah, it's Jew heavy, too.
Yeah, it's too heavy and cook heavy, but here's where we demonstrate
We have no problem with it.
how much self-emotional control we all have.
Marshall, I got a question for you. If the Israeli government were to like give you citizenship and $1 million and you had to convert to Judaism and take over like the West Bank, would you do it, Marshall?
Definitely.
Would I do that? Yes.
It's the new Texas. It's the Texas of Israel. Come on, it's the new
But
frontier.
you're being given $1 million to convert to Judaism,
Come on,
Marshall.
it's all, as my psychiatrist says, you have to reframe everything. So what is bad, you reframe as good. So the West Bank is just literally the West, the Wild West. Make it Texas.
You know, it was the first time I ever heard on this.
I like that.
What?
Make the West Bank Texas. I like that.
Again. Texas.
I don't-
There we go.
I don't think I would convert to Judaism for money.
Would you do it
Well, no
for
one's
love?
converting.
For love?
They didn't.
I
No
don't
one said
know,
conversion
Jen,
in
that's
that
a difficult
scenario.
one.
They
Right?
said
Yeah,
move to
Because
Israel.
I'm not a religious person, but I feel that I wouldn't be able to deny Jesus, you know?
You
Like,
don't. Once you convert, you don't go around denying Jesus, anyways.
The scenario said nothing about conversion. It said move to Israel, give them $1 million, and you get residency. I think that's what I heard.
Or New York?
No,
Would
he
you do
said
it in New York?
convert.
Oh, I didn't hear convert.
Yeah, he said
That's a
convert.
game changer for you.
But like, if you convert, it's not like you gotta go to a biannual testing.
Judaism, and if I converted to Judaism, but I still believe in Jesus, and I would not be.
You'd be like Philip. See, I understand people.
No,
Yeah,
because
I
that's a
understand
Messianic
people.
Jew, but it's
I
not
know.
really Jewish.
See,
You could be a light Jew. We have
No,
light.
but in some ways, people who go from Judaism to believing Jesus is the Messiah, that makes sense. You go from not believing there's a Messiah to, okay, he's the Messiah. But
So
going the other
accepting
way,
that, yeah.
going the other way from going your whole life believing he's the Messiah to, okay, he's not. Like, that's a harder sell. That's a
Well, you could just say Menachem Schneerson is Messiah. What's the difference? Jesus.
My dad's the Messiah. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. Don't fuck with our Messiah, Jane.
Especially as entrenched as we have it in Christianity, because he's not only a Messiah, he's the Son of God.
God, oh
You
my
know,
God.
he is God.
This whole
So-
Trinity thing, I still don't get.
Exactly. So denying Jesus would mean, okay, going.
Let's go around.
You could met.
Jews. Linda.
See, we're trying to.
Yes, hi,
Bob.
I'm Israel.
What don't you get,
I'm
Yakov?
with you. I'm with that.
What was your-
The sun.
Israel, hi. Thank you.
Wait, Jane wanted to ask me a question. What was it?
Just how are you? Any thoughts on this bullshit
you.
we're talking about?
Yes, but I'm going to
Wisely abstain. Okay.
Wait, I want to point out.
Offended or anything like that. Don't worry.
I want to point out that Jane paid a compliment to me today when she texted Scott and said that this room is worthy of mockery. Where is Adrian?
I did that. That is true.
No, Isa, it doesn't. It's not. I'm not thinking about offending you or not offending you. You know, I really think everyone's entitled to their own belief system. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but this is something that I would struggle with, you know, like even though I'm not a religious person, but I do believe, I do believe in God and I do believe in Jesus as God. So it would be like a very hard thing to do, especially because in our religion, that is seen as like a huge sin, you know.
But what is a conversion? Like, you need some rabbi to give you a certificate? Is that when you know you're really, confirmed?
I don't know, but I like Jewish men, so imagine that I fall in love with one. What would I do?
Like half Jewish men are secular anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Exactly, I think that if I
happened to
fall
my
in love
mom.
with a rabbi, that would be a problem.
What?
Esau.
Yes.
Which?
I appreciate your openness. This is what happened to my mom. She was not a fan, per se, of Jews. But she met my dad. They're both from the Bronx. And yet it was like a mixed marriage of sorts. And it wasn't that easy, to tell you the truth. So she's Catholic, so I empathize.
Like rocks too.
Yeah.
And how did they raise you? Like a Catholic or like a Jew?
He said, thanks for asking. No one ever asked me that. My mom forced me into Catholicism. I was baptized. This is how much
Ooh, you had the what? Is that used cold water or warm water?
I had my communion and confirmed. But I divested my Catholicism at age 18.
How do you divest?
And I had always been very clear.
Wait, how do you divest?
Oh, no,
Yeah,
just let her finish.
I just told my mom I don't like this. I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah, she doesn't believe in it and she doesn't feel like it. Doesn't
Hey,
No hard feeling.
But
I
Jane,
didn't feel right.
do you pay Rita?
Of course not.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're more Catholic than I am because I was
Ironic,
raised
ironic.
Catholic,
Yeah.
but I don't know. You're more Catholic than I am.
Ironic. Yeah. Well, you could marry whoever you love.
But that's why I'm saying that I'm not a religious one. I say I'm Catholic because I was raised like that and I adhere to certain costumes, you know, and let's say my brain was wired into Catholicism, and that's the framework. That's my framework of understanding the world, you know, through Catholicism. But that doesn't mean that I am
Through the
a
ancient
religious
Roman cult of Christianity? I mean, have you seen what it's like inside the Vatican? They have trans dancers figuring around, plateauing, spinning. Like, what is it that you're hanging on to?
Baby Jesus with a kafir.
I mean, aren't you just a Christian at the end of the day? Like, what does Catholicism bring to the table other than the belief that it's some historical legacy? But it's really just the remainder of what's left of Rome. It's just an ancient, Carthaginian or whatever type of Roman thing that's left from Rome.
Have you ever examined or explored anyone, but particularly Isa, Kabbalah? Of course, Adrian,
Yes.
you have.
Yeah, 2017. I had this woman. Well, I don't know if this is the right way of doing it or not, or if I should say it like this, but like she had my Kabbalah, let's say, read or kind of like explained to me, like my configuration of my tree of life and whatever. It was impressive.
It's 10, not 11, 10, not 9. There's 10 Sephiroth. It's tied into angels, so it's a belief, but I think it's metaphor. I think if you take it literally, like, you should go talk to a psychiatrist and have your head examined.
This room is so fun. What happened?
We need a Shechina. We need more beautiful women.
Here we go. Here you go, Adrian. I'm waiting for you to say, what is that? You always say in Yiddish. I forgot.
Ruboyne Shalom.
There you go. I don't even know where you picked that up, by the way.
I picked it up from the Zohar.
Adrian can piss people off very quickly, but he's not a bad guy, like he's interesting at times.
Yes, he's always pinging me. Every time I get online, I see a ping from Adrian. Every time
A lot of people project their anger onto me.
Yeah.
I'm like the sacrificial goat. Bah! Get angry. Project all your anger on me. Kick me. Kick me.
Yeah, anybody can kick him.
That means there's a lot of communists
It's okay.
on this app.
I don't care if you guys kick him, and he doesn't care if you guys kick him. So if anybody feels very strong about it, just do it.
I believe in failing fast.
I find it amazing how many grown adults will go through the rigmarole, mishigas, of saying, can you see if I'm blocked in this room?
Who's blocking? Who's blocking? Who's blocking? Please move down.
You're guilty of this. You do this. Oh, man.
Oh, by the way, so we're talking about religion, right? So we have in this room, we have Jews, we have Catholics, we have a tap dancer, a Protestant, Marshall, and Scotty, and we have a Mormon. Isn't that amazing?
1896, Salt Lake City.
Thank you.
Yeah, rat him out. Who is it? Wait, who's the Mormon?
Cute. Down there with the Chinese stuff.
Down there with the syndrome.
Yeah, down there with the syndrome.
I worked at a company with an inordinate number of really Mormons. It was very interesting, actually.
Let me guess, was it Crumble?
Gore. W.L. Gore. Gore-Tex. Flagstaff, Arizona.
I mean, do you think America should really, outlaw polygamy? Because that seems to be the big differential in Mormonism. I mean, I know it's really far out there.
Mormons are not allowed to be polygamous anymore.
No.
Because
There's only one
Very cheap anyway.
Yeah, but if you're in the northern part of Arizona, Colorado County, Arizona, where the hardcore Mormons are, they practice that. But
that is against the law. So legally they cannot marry Mormons.
No one's getting arrested.
It's just a state certificate. That's all it is. But you can only get one.
How many wives do you have, Q?
We don't claim them, and one is more than enough. I know, they think they're doing their own thing down there.
Esau, I don't want to get too serious, but it was a real issue in the workplace because a lot of Mormons who were, of course, in tech, they come from Brigham Young University. We were recruiting them. They had issues traveling with women, for example, to client sites. They didn't want to do that. And we were like, fuck, in a nice way. Well, tough. You have to. They're engineers. They need to go on the trip. But the issue of Mormon men traveling with women was a big issue. I couldn't believe it. I
Like
came
one
from New
man,
York.
one woman alone.
Whatever, 2 colleagues.
Well, not
both
whatever.
had-
That makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, sometimes it would be that, but that would be avoided. Yes. Would you agree with it?
I would say that's a great policy to not have any situations. He said, she said.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, just let it go.
Yeah, but I would agree that it's different if you travel just like one man, one woman, or if you travel like in a larger group. But sometimes it happens. You just need to travel. I mean, that doesn't mean that you're going to be together, the whole trip.
No, I get it,
Like-
but if you're in a situation alone, I try and avoid that at all costs too.
Yeah. You can be me too.
It's true. I'm currently involved in a sexual harassment lawsuit against my former employer, and
That's yourself.
What?
yeah, she called me a whore because I said it takes me three hinge dates to get one hinge date. She said, "You're a whore." I said, "What you say to me?" I said, I'm filing a sexual harassment claim against your ass." She said, "Whore." Well, technically, she called me a man whore.
She was like, when did you turn into Jazzy?
Are you still having beef with Jazzy?
No,
No.
I've made that up. Yeah, she kicks me immediately though.
Oh. Well, everybody does, Adrian. But Q, Q had beef with Jazzy for a long time.
No, I try not to punch down.
Imagine spending like years debating Jazzy. Like, that's why I say, people say, "Why do you record everything?" I'm like, well, why would I have a conversation with Jazzy for 2 years unless I was recording it? Like, what would be the actual point of having that conversation with her to begin with? Hello?
Are you still best friends with Jazzy?
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Oh, hell yeah. Jazzy's it's almost a half hour for this pickup line. What's going on? Lisa? What's your need? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Up to we starting off the year on a good note. What happened? Why'd you go down there?
Who? Jane. Oh, why did Jane
Hey,
go
Liz.
down?
Keep up. Come on up.
Did you meet Rick before, Jakob?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
He's from Retard Clubhouse, and he's one of the couple of Jews from Retard Clubhouse.
Ooh, Andrew Myers live on X. Andrew Meyer hot mic alert.
Go listen to him.
The native. Okay, you know what? Man, that's the news that we don't have anything on.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Israel, but my resolution this year was to befriend a Jew. I'm a Groiper.
Already.
I gave up on this.
Guys, again,
I don't
Slide.
it doesn't work like that.
Pick up.
Doesn't work that when someone comes to
What did he do? Take me back. I'm
No, I keep more on the stick. Again, guys.
Oh, House got out. What is?
My God, they kicked me. Andrew Meyer kicked me.
Have you ever heard the pickup lines he tells me, Jane?
They're pretty good in
Can you
general.
tell in that era?
Like I would say like,
Tell me
hey,
about them.
I'd like to play IDF and invade your Gaza Strip.
We've heard that one before.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Or what about
Allahu
Hey,
Akbar.
Lisa, you're so hot you made Atlas stop shrugging.
Oh, you know she's gonna love that one.
Wait, Isa here. They say I don't know my alphabet because all I'm missing is you.
Oh, look at Jakob.
I can Google with the best of them.
You're in the
Oh,
game.
okay, you go.
I'm gonna tell your wife.
Are you ChatGPT these pickup lines?
My shirt's made of something special. It's 100% boyfriend material. That's a pretty good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's cool.
Oh my God, I gotta remember these.
I just Googled hot pickup lines.
I gotta
Does
remember
anyone
this
here
one.
know or no? I'm gonna
Hey,
tell
Issa.
you.
Hey, Issa, your face is so beautiful. You shouldn't ruin it with a COVID mask.
What?
Oh, this is a good one.
With a COVID mask.
Oh, speaking to only the Jews right now, are you aware that Scott on a dating app had a date with a Jew and he rejected her later?
No.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I'm offended.
Oh my gosh.
Why?
They call me Marty McFly. I can see you in my future.
Scott, why did you reject the Jewish girl?
Right?
Yes,
Right.
Is this a weight thing? Are you a weight shamer?
Fat shame? You're fat shaming?
Which, yes, you fat shame somebody.
Oh.
That's so anti-Semitic.
Would you ever, I mean, I know you're married already, but would you have, sorry.
But I bless you,
That's
guys.
Would you have dated a Jew or marry a Jewish woman?
I don't know if I've ever talked to or come in actual contact with more than 3 Jews.
We retract our words, so it's easy for us to do. You probably meant more than 3.
They don't actually. They don't meet us.
They don't
Is
retract.
this because
Mine do.
of your specific Mormon circle, or is this a thing of your state?
It's a Utah thing. Strictly Utah.
Very, very geographic, yeah.
I probably wouldn't, but not because they're Jewish.
It's not very geographic.
Geographic. Why on earth you reject the Jewish guy?
Yeah, no, I did have a lot of Jewish friends actually in Guatemala, and but I didn't realize this, until like I am in Clubhouse speaking with you guys, because to me this Jewish thing has never been a thing. I just always saw it as like another religion. I never kind of like paid attention to the implications, of the whole cultural stuff and whatever. I never really thought about it.
You're going to have to help me out with this Spanish pickup line.
But-
I'm probably going to butcher it. I don't speak Spanish, but te quiero. Te, T-E.
You love her?
Te quiero.
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 What does that mean?
I want you.
It's like an I love you, but like a lower, like the type of I love you that you tell a friend, like te quiero, or the type of
Buddies, right?
Man,
or to your mom, you say te quiero, no te amo. Te amo is more like passionate love. Oh, I tell my mom te amo.
Are you a trampoline? I want to jump all over you.
That one's for Scotty. Yeah. Scotty, did you pay attention to that one?
Oh, Scott, no, this is a better Scotty one. I'm not a chair, but I'd love if you sat on me.
Wow.
Yeah, these two you have to add to your list, Scott.
Do you have 5G? I definitely feel a connection.
Yakov, do you know why they
Hey,
Chris?
Issa, are you a Mariah Carey song? Because all I want for Christmas is you.
Wait, I keep on fading out at the end. All I want for Christmas is what?
She said, are you a Mariah?
All I want for Christmas now.
Hey, Issa, are you a magician? Because when I look at you, everyone else disappears.
That one is good. I love it.
Ooh.
You see?
I can't repeat this once.
Did you hear about the one of the trampoline, Scotty? That's very you.
Yeah, it's a little face.
Hey, Isa, are you a trampoline? Because all I want what was it? Because all I want
Do is jump all over you.
You're just going to lose weight now.
I can't even
Yeah.
say this one. Scott.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
probably could.
In about 5 seconds.
Oh.
I saw Scott Jones in person on Sunday. That's maybe human interest topic.
Oh, really?
Scott,
Yeah.
check
At a
the
lunch. A brunch. Yeah.
Wait, who'd you see?
Why didn't you do a live room
Wait.
during the brunch?
You were in New York? Or
He was in-
you went
We went to Philly.
and
To my knowledge.
I could have joined you.
Aw.
I'll take that personally.
But where? They were in Philly, not in New York, yeah.
They went to Yakov. They went to Burger King. You didn't miss anything.
Excuse you. No, we did not.
Hey, Scott, check your text. That's a pretty good one.
I shouldn't even go to the gym.